The 16th Discourse. The following words were spoken by Shaikh Abd al-Qadir al-Jilani, may Allah be well pleased with him, and may he enable us to benefit from his knowledge, Ameen. As far as most of you are concerned, I notice that when you see something bad you make it widely known, but that when you see something good you keep it a secret. You must not act like this. Are you not authorized agents, charged with taking care of your fellow human beings? You must lodge people under the protective shelter of Allah. You must leave people free from your control. It is with their Lord that they will have to settle their accounts. If you were really aware of the Creator, almighty and glorious is He, you would treat His creatures with compassion and overlook their faults. If you were really aware of Him, you would have nothing to do with any other. If you were really aware of His door, your hearts would turn away from the door of anyone other than Him. If you recognized Him as the source of blessings, you would give thanks to Him and forget about thanking anyone else. Put your requests to Him, and not to any other. Affirm His unity, for then you will be unified. He who affirms the divine unity will experience unification. He who seeks and strives will find. If someone surrenders and obediently submits to Him, that person will be safe and sound. If someone complies with His will, he will be helped to succeed. But if anyone quarrels with destiny, he will be dealt a mortal blow. When Pharaoh quarreled with destiny and wanted Allah's foreknowledge to be altered, he shattered him and drowned him in the sea, and caused Moses and Aaron to survive him. When the mother of Moses, peace be upon him, was afraid of the butchers appointed by Pharaoh to slaughter every newborn child, Allah, almighty and glorious is He, let her know by way of inspiration that she must cast him into the river, but she feared for his safety, so she was told, do not be afraid, and do not grieve, for we shall bring him back to you, and we shall make him one of the messengers. 28:7 Do not be afraid, for your heart will be reassured, and your innermost being will be set at rest. Do not be afraid that he may drown and perish, for we shall restore him to you. Through him we shall turn your poverty into affluent wealth. She therefore prepared an ark for him, laid him inside it, and cast it into the river. Then it floated on the surface of the water until it reached the palace, where it was brought ashore by Pharaoh's maidservants and his wife Asiyah. As soon as they opened the ark, they saw that it contained a baby boy. They all loved him, and their hearts were filled with compassion for him, so they rubbed him with oil, then changed his underwear and gave him a new gown. He became one of the dearest of creatures to Asiyah and her maidservants, and he was loved by every member of Pharaoh's retinue who happened to set eyes upon him. This explains the meaning of these words of Allah, exalted is He, and I bestowed upon you love from me. 20:39 It has been said that anyone who looked him in the eye was sure to love him. Then he restored him to his mother and brought him up in the palace, in defiance of the will of Pharaoh, who had proved to be incapable of causing his destruction. When someone has been chosen and reared by the Lord, almighty and glorious is He, for Himself, how could anyone destroy him? How could anyone slaughter him? How could the water drown him? He is held in His safekeeping and speaks with him directly. When someone is loved by the Lord of truth, almighty and glorious is He, who could hate him? Who could do him any harm? Who would be capable of leaving him in the lurch? Who could make him rich? Who could reduce him to poverty? Who could promote him to higher rank? Who would be capable of demoting him to lower status? Who could appoint him? Who would be capable of dismissing him from office? Who could bring him near? Who would be capable of keeping him at a distance? O Allah, open unto us the door of your nearness. Include us among the people who are dedicated to your obedient service, among those who are wholly devoted to you, and among your soldiers. Let us sit at the mat where the meal of your gracious favor is spread, and let us quench our thirst with the drink of your intimate friendship. Give us in this world good, and good in the hereafter, and guard us against the torment of the fire.